Hello everyone and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet episode 50. This is part 2. Part 1 was interesting. And I was just saying to the audience here live, we have more Ultra member submissions than ever before. If you want to be an Ultra member and you join today, you can nominate a clip that will absolutely be watched for sure on next weekend's show. Alright? Let's jump into the future, or the next parts. Here we go.
This is the journey of one of the most diverse and essential instruments, the bass. As you will see, it's found in many genres of music.
So they're just editing text on the left-hand side onto the guy's board. Yeah, look. Contrabass out of the gamba, and voila. Underhand grip to play that thing, huh? And now a French bow. So that's overhand grip, yup, instead of underhand. Look at that. There is such an art to this. Beautiful classical style music, right? Excuse me. Excuse me, hold on a second. That's much better. Rather than me struggling here. Oh, look at this. Jazz. So that's why he needed the whole band there. So now he's playing it with his hands rather than the, I forgot what it's called already. Good. It's good music. I don't know much of the whole thing. It's good though. I like it. Country music. The slap technique. Now it's bass guitar. Yep. No more giant basses to play. Now it's bass guitar. Stevie Wonder. Please, Mr. Postman. I remember that song. Rock and roll, then it exploded. Oh, I Want You Back, that's a great song. I Want You Back. James Brown. This is a crazy montage. This is gonna be hard to remember, this montage, right? Of all of this together like this. That's really hard to play. More Stevie Wonder. No, I never learned an instrument. I actually did at one point. I wanted to learn the guitar, and I just didn't get around to it. I was too busy with other things in my life, and you know. Hell yeah, Led Zeppelin. Pink Floyd. Huge bass use right there. the jazz fusion world now. A new type of bass born. An upright bass. Huh. Brick house. This is all good music. It's very nice. Love it. All right. We've listened to a lot, the history of bass. That's pretty interesting that the bass, you know, was this giant instrument that was played various different ways, and then they started evolving, and then they changed it to be electric, and then it evolved again, and you know, it's pretty neat. Okay.
Konami sucks. I think pretty much everyone can agree on this opinion in some form or another.
All right.
But it's been a little bit since someone has talked about this topic. I'm talking like this was relevant back in 2015. Much has changed since then, but what hasn't is how much
1 year
Konami
ago.
still sucks. For some context, Konami was cool. If you wanted to talk about a video game publisher and developer with prestige to its name, Konami was untouchable. We got Castlevania, jointly responsible along with Metroid for making up 50% of the name Metroidvania, in part responsible for popularizing an entire genre of games enjoyed by millions today. Cave Story, Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest, Shantae. These franchises wouldn't have existed without Castlevania on the scene. Contra.
They were the inspiration.
Quintessential run-and-gun action platformer, hard as balls, and played a good part in popularizing co-op action-oriented gameplay. Silent Hill revolutionized video game horror in ways still used to this day. From its use of an eerie atmosphere to its horrific sound design and enemy designs, it's a pinnacle in the psychological horror genre that strives to leave lasting experiences on those that have played the game long after they've put it down. To this day, whenever I go outside on a foggy day, I will always think, oh my god, wow, this is just like Silent Hill. Metal Gear Solid. Is there anything I can even really say at this point that hasn't been said? Arguably Konami's most popular franchise to this day, it's gone from just being a video game franchise to now being a cornerstone of internet gaming culture. It's taken the name of a man and transformed it from video game developer to legend in the video game industry. It's an integral building block to the genre of stealth games and went on to inspire countless other works with its gripping plot and revolutionary mechanics. In a series where one of its most popular scenes literally involves you just climbing a ladder while a song plays in the background, there's simply no way this paragraph can give the series proper justice. We don't even need to stay main series. Metal Gear Rising. Standing. I actually don't even need to say anything. It speaks for itself. Going back to Konami's roots as an arcade game developer, I already mentioned Contra and Castlevania, but look no further than Dance Dance Revolution, published by Konami. It's a landmark arcade experience. Walk into any large arcade today and I can guarantee you'll find a DDR machine. Fucking cheat codes. You know the Konami code? Peep the name. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. I've played maybe a handful of games where that code does something, but even I still have that shit memorized. I can barely remember my own phone number sometimes. Okay, we get it, Strixo. Konami had prestige. So what happened?
Finally, after a 2.5-minute intro, what happened?
How can one game company fumble when it has all of these beloved, popular IPs under its belt? It should be impossible to completely alienate the large majority of the gaming community when all you need to do is just ride nostalgia and possibly even pump out more games for these franchises. Mistake number 1. Konami abandoned its franchises. Nearly every major IP Konami owns has been deserted for one reason or another and left to gather dust while Konami focuses on pachinko machines and gambling. Any release these IPs might have had was rushed to completion and ultimately performed poorly sales-wise and critic-wise because of it, thus leading Konami to believe, oh, we shouldn't make games for these franchises anymore. It's a staggering conclusion to come to through actions solely your own. Nonetheless, Konami instead chose to consolidate its video game development into the mobile sector, so a lot of their new releases have been mobile games. Mistake number 2, milking your existing franchises until there's nothing left. I'm talking about no effort, maximum profit, mobile games made by...
No, that's absolutely true. Zero says they realized pachinko machines were licensed to print money. They went the route of Rockstar, and they went the route of Valve. Even though they were an outstanding game developer, they found ways to make more profit, and they proved that they were only in the business of making profit. They didn't care about making art. Some companies care about what they put out. They want to make a useful product that helps human society as a whole and make money while doing it. Other companies don't give two craps. They just make a product to make profit, and that's it. And that's what Konami has proven that that's all that they're about in the last decade.
Shitty companies. Castlevania Grimoire of Souls is an all-new Castlevania game for mobile, playable now exclusively on the Apple Arcade. Originally released for mobile devices in 2019, but was then closed in 2020 by Konami due to low public interest. Now, as far as I know, it's not a bad mobile game. The trailers look nice, it's got the theme playing in the background, you know, dun dun dun. But I'm really turned off from trying the game out because now that it's an Apple Arcade exclusive, I'm forced to pay a monthly subscription to continue to play the game. But also, I just don't like playing games on my phone. I'd much rather try this out on Steam or my Switch, but instead I'd have to deal with mobile game controls, which aren't really that good. The mistake here isn't the mobile game itself, it's just a fundamental misuse of the franchise as a whole. Castlevania-style games are still wildly popular and successful. A brand new, proper entry in the franchise would probably sell pretty well and be a welcome addition to the current lineup of Metroidvanias to play. Look at what Nintendo did with Metroid.
Swagonito says, why won't they sell the IPs then? Because they probably think they're too popular. They would make more money holding onto the IPs and slowly draining them over the course of 20, 30 years than just selling them off. They probably think that there's more to it. I mean, take a look. They took Silent Hill and made Silent Hill pachinko machines. Even though they weren't making Silent Hill games, they were still making money off the name of Silent Hill, right?
Dread. People were afraid of its performance, but turns out the game sold really well and was a massive success. Literally just copy what they did. Speaking of misusing the franchise, Castlevania's 35th anniversary. Now this was a pretty big deal for Castlevania fans. They hadn't had a notable big update to their franchise in quite a few years, so in the mind of a Castlevania fan, the 35th anniversary must have seemed pretty big. Like, ooh, what if it's a cool statue of Richter Belmont or Dracula? Or what if it's a remake of the games? Or what if it's a brand new Castlevania game for consoles?
They didn't do anything, did they?
Oh boy. Well, September 23rd, 3 days before the actual 35th anniversary came, we got Castlevania Advance Collection, which ported 3 Game Boy Advance Castlevania games and also Dracula X. Cool, thanks Konami. But hey, what's that other date in the back? January 6th? Why do you guys have that one written down? Announcement from Konami: happy 35th anniversary Castlevania fans. We're excited to announce that for the 35th anniversary of Castlevania, we'll be launching our Castlevania NFT auction.
NFT. Oh my god.
You should have just said nothing. Also, just for your information, and as a possible warning, Metal Gear will also be celebrating its 35th anniversary on July 13th of this year, and considering Konami mentioned multiple times they'd also like to sell NFTs for their other franchises, I have
Of course, the whole funny part about this is, this video is what, a year and a half old? The entire NFT market has crashed. None of them exist anymore. Anyone who bought them just frivolously wasted their money, and they're completely valueless now. So it was funny that for like a fleeting moment, like 1 year, all these companies just saw dollar signs everywhere with the thing of NFTs. And now, do you even hear a single person talking about NFTs anymore? Right? It's pretty crazy. All right, well, there we go. Now we know why Konami sucks.
The 5th Savile Martial Arts Tournament.
So basically, here's the deal. I know this is Game Trekker submitted this one because he says basically you're never going to finish the story mode of Street Fighter 6, and he's pretty much right. Like, I don't think we're ever going to go back to it at this point. The thing is, I'm at the end. Like, I'm literally at the end of it, but all the interest waned, so I'm probably never going to go back. But this is supposed to be the end of the game right here. And he's like, I want you to see the final boss fight in the end of the game, so let's see what the final boss is. I just want to kind of skip the cutscene. Here it is. It's actually JP. Yeah, look. JP is the final boss. Not surprising, because in the plot it looked like he was going to be the final boss. Which is hilarious because Shadow doesn't exist, yet he still was, you know, in charge of the tournament or whatever. Look at this Kratos. Has a hurricane kick, a flash kick, a shoryuken. He's also wearing a skirt. There you go. Just look at this. He's level, dude. This person is level 49, and look at how little damage they're doing to the final boss. Why did they make the end of the game like this? This is incredibly stupid. Seriously. Why would you make this the end of the game like this? This is so dumb. 49. I think I wasn't even close to being level 49, right? I don't think so. They screwed it up. He burned himself up. If I remember, at the end, all you had to do was stand there in the corner and then immediately do drive impact, and the computer just doesn't know how to counter drive impact. So it just walks right into it over and over, and you can just count drive impact in the corner endlessly and just beat it like that. You don't even have to do what he's doing. You can just drive impact non-stop. Man, what a disappointing end to the campaign. This campaign is not bad. It's kind of interesting for those who want to make their own character or whatever. It's not bad done at all. But it's just so bizarre that they made the end of the campaign like this, because none of the campaign is like this until like the last 2 hours. And all of a sudden, all the fights are insanely grindy. And it's like, why did they make it like that? He's about to die. Seriously. And that's only one round. Oh my god, let's skip to the end here. Did he beat it? Oh my god, it's still going. What the fuck? Yo. Die, you son of a bitch. The computer didn't punish that. Finally. So that was the final fight. Yeesh. So what happens at the end? That was actually a unique stage. That's not in the game, right? That stage is not a background stage. It's weird that it's only for the story. That's not in the actual backgrounds of the fight, the stages themselves.
Congratulations. You have defeated me. And now what?
Yeah, good question.
What does this victory represent to you? Justice. Strength. The end of something.
Yeah, the end of this game. The end of the campaign. Move on, play online.
Or the beginning.
Yeah, see, this is this regular tournament stage that is the background, you know, when you fight. But it's a variation
and
on.
now what? None of this means anything at all.
So basically saying you wasted your time playing this. Congrats on playing. Fuck you. 30-hour grind. You wasted your time, dickhead. That's it? What is strength? It seemed like such a simple question. But the journey of Spark led to places that no one would have predicted. Wow. That's it? That's the ending? That's the fucking ending?
What a mess. It's about all I can say right now. So, that's it for your journey? Yeah, I figured.
This is the worst ending ever.
Still got unfinished business to take care of, right? That's how it goes. Hey, I know it's rare, but let me say something inspirational. Coach-like. When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real...
Oh my god, is that what they're going for? Oh, when you play Street Fighter, there's no real ending to your journey. You just endlessly keep playing it and grinding against opponents, right?
For me, for everyone. We're all walking down an endless path.
Wow, I would have been pretty upset If it took me like hours and hours of grinding to beat this, and this was the ending, I would have been pretty fucking pissed. That's shit. Wow. That is a shitty ending. Not even a hint at like what actually happens in the story, right? Like nothing. Zero. What is strength? What the fuck? What is strength? We still don't have the answer. You made the game. Capcom, we don't know shit. Damn, that was terrible. Wow, wow, wow. I am so glad I didn't grind to beat that game. That was atrocious. What the fuck?
Indecisiveness is a common condition where most of us struggle and feel like that we can't even make a simple decision, which means lack of information, valuation difficulty, and outcome uncertainty, resulting in post-decision dysfunctional behavior. So what are the reasons that people struggle with indecisiveness? According to psychologists, this is likely connected to your childhood or trauma, or maybe both. First, overprotective parents. As a child or a teenager, your decisions were constantly made for you. And that's why you may have not had much practice making decisions. Or you also might be letting other people make choices for you out of habit. Second, criticism.
I will say this. When I was growing up, yes, my parents were very overprotective. And it got to the point where when I basically hit 18, I just started making decisions for myself because I was an adult, of course. But my parents like didn't want me to do the things that I was doing. They didn't agree with the fact that I wanted to go travel and play Street Fighter. They didn't like that I was going out with my friends and hanging out and doing stuff. They didn't like any of that. But I was like, at some point, I got to start making my own decisions for myself. It can't be you controlling my life endlessly. You know, all my other friends were going off and doing things and having hobbies and shit, and I wasn't because they were kind of controlling. And I had this rebellious phase. I would say probably a 2-3 year span where I was very rebellious against my parents and kind of just did whatever I wanted. In some cases it worked. In some cases it definitely did not. I definitely learned the hard way, you know, about how to get through life and certain things. But I can understand that if someone who your entire life was controlled by your parents, then you don't know how to make decisions because you never had to before, right?
This is the situation that you are maybe made to feel like you are constantly wrong and you are criticized for every decision you made, such as you didn't live up to the expectations of your parents or to your guardians. And now, as an adult, you still feel like the decisions you are going to make will be wrong and you are scared of the consequences that will come after. So what can we do to fix this? First of all, when it comes to simple choices like where to eat or what movie to see, it isn't such a big deal to push decision on someone else. But when it comes to difficult life choices, always bear in mind that no one can give you a perfect answer on which decision you should make that won't have any consequences. They only can suggest and advise you. You have to make that choice because it's your life, and at the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with it. So when you are talking about making a choice, powerful tool is to weigh the consequences and decide which of the two consequences you are okay to bear.
Yeah. And this is tough because I feel like a lot of people in life don't do this, right? Either people make no decisions and they just sit around and let everything happen around them, or they make impulsive decisions that aren't based on enough contemplation of the consequences of their actions, and then they deal with the repercussions after the fact. You know, the toughest part about being an adult is realizing that your decisions affect not only you, but everyone around you. And this is something that I have just come to big realization about in the last few years of my life. I'm in my 40s, and I'm realizing when I make a decision about what we're going to do on a stream, or what, you know, how I'm going to react to something on a stream. Am I going to do an interview with someone? Am I going to talk about a certain topic publicly? These are all things that affect everyone around me, not just me. It's people watching, it's my family, it's everyone. And you have to be responsible with what you do. You have to weigh consequences before you make important decisions in your life. And the other thing is, you have to realize that something that you may not think is important as a decision may actually become important in the long term. But the other challenging part is not overthinking it. There's some things in life that just aren't that important, right? Oh no, what are we going to have for dinner today? And we have a few choices. We'll just choose. Don't sit there for an hour to make your decision. You know what I mean? Like, some things are way more important than others. So, interesting. Okay, we have time for one more clip before we split this part. Let's see what it is. Yes.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Guys, a lot of you really liked the steak video. So, here we are doing another video. And I don't want to say that I apologize. I actually lied to you in the first video.
Wow.
I said I only knew how to make one meal. That's not true. I know how to actually make 2 or 3. I want to talk to you about the second meal today. As you can see with the title, probably. Today I'm going to teach
how I
you
cook
how
my
to make
$2
something
pizza.
that's a lot more exotic,
all right.
extravagant. And I hear from some people
7 months
this is
ago.
something that originated all the way over in Italy.
Oops. I hate when I do that. Hold on. I hate when I do that. I backed out in the middle of the video by I want to just get that off the screen, and instead I accidentally backed out completely. Now I got to reset it up. Hold on. Dang it. Okay, here we go again. Okay. I got it to work. Here we go. Okay. I guess we'll fast forward. What kind of a pizza is it that he's about to make? Oh, no.
Party pizza. Who's ready for a party?
Oh,
it's
no.
almost 2 a.m., so I am. The reason why we get Totino's pizza and not the other ones is just simply the price. Back in the day, these used to be $1. Now they're like $2 fucking, just like everything else that used to be $1 is now $2. You go to Dollar General, it's not Dollar General, it's $2. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, and this is another thing before I get into the pizza thing. You see how all these fast food restaurants, we used to have the dollar menu and they changed it to the value menu thinking that we wouldn't fucking notice that? Nah, bitch. $2.79 for fries is not value. It's a joke. So anyway, I go down to the frozen section.
And you guys make fun of me for what I wear. He's wearing Pac-Man pajama pants as he does his video. So I don't want to hear your shit. This guy's about 40,000 times bigger than me, and he wears pajama pants, so too bad. I'm going to wear them from now on, too.
In the grocery store.
I already do.
And they have these different other types of pizzas, right? You've got DiGiorno.
All right, anyway. Let's actually get to the pizza. What's that?
Oh,
he's putting extra stuff on the pizza.
That too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Most importantly, 6th graders would know this as weed, but us that have graduated would know it's called oregano.
So he's adding cheese, oregano, and pepperoni to the pizza to make it better. Okay. I can definitely see that. Considering that pizza's gross as is, you gotta add something to have real flavor.
Sauce in their pizza. These people are fucking gorillas. If I ever see a pineapple on a pizza, I throw it away as fast as I can. That way nobody will accidentally eat it.
Wow. Well, you're missing out, man. You're missing out, because pineapple with ham on pizza is actually quite good. It's unfortunate.
After you put the oregano on there, you want to put the what is this? Cheese. You want to put the cheese on there. And so we're going to put the cheese on there. Now, you don't want to overdo it with the cheese, okay?
You want to overdo it on this when you're covering cardboard with cheese. You want to be sure to evenly distribute it. It's funny. Dude, this pizza is so bad. Look at this. He's putting on the pepperonis. The ronies. Where's he going? Where's he going?
There is, I know it's here. I haven't made a pizza for a while.
What is that?
The oven was in the wheelbarrow, which was with the clothes. So I had to, let me turn this off.
Do I even ask?
It was.
What is he doing?
There, but we got the oven. This is the oven I know how to cook with. We bought this for $20 like 10 years ago. And it works great. Way better than whatever the fuck this is. So we'll just put the oven on top of the oven.
I'm at a loss.
And, oh, shit.
I'm at an absolute loss. He has a real oven and he doesn't use it. I don't know if this is just a thing he does for a video or if it's true. Why would you use that thing instead of your real full-size oven?
Oh, shit. Okay, fuck. Okay, it doesn't, the cord doesn't reach. Okay, give me a minute, I gotta think this one out. I thought I had cosmic brownies, but, the box was empty, so I have to get more. Fuck, that sucks. Okay, anyway.
What is he doing? Oh God, is this it? Oh, he didn't put it in yet.
We're gonna take the pizza and we're gonna put it. Get this. We're gonna put it in the oven.
It's oh, that is so weird. What kind of fucking oven is that? What is that? That's an actual real oven? It has a lid? I've never even seen an oven like that in my life. I've always just had a full-size oven that I've used.
Right there in the oven. And then we
Good Lord.
forget about it. It says to turn it to fucking I don't know. Let's. I think we just put it at like 400 or something, because like that's pretty hot. I think. Yeah, that's about it. And so like now what we do is we pretty much just sit here and wait for the pizza to cook. And whenever I say we wait for the pizza to cook, I mean that I go upstairs and I forget about it until it's burnt. So what I like to do right now is I'm going to just cut, and we're going to let the oven do work, and then after that we'll come back and we'll see what happens. Now I want to say that almost everything that I eat and almost everything that I cook is all overcooked. I have a weird phobia of not eating undercooked food.
Really?
So undercooked steak, like I don't eat sushi.
Oh my God, he's so missing out on good food. Sushi's absolutely delicious. And listen, I'm someone who used to absolutely think it was gross. But once I started eating sushi, and especially poke bowls and stuff like that, oh, that stuff is mad good when it's prepared right and has the right ingredients and the right seasonings. That shit is really good and is good for you. And then undercooked meat is much better than overcooked. Eating a steak, anything over medium is like, you might as well not eat it, right? You've completely destroyed the flavor. Medium rare steak is amazing. The best steak I ever had in my life was super expensive at a steak restaurant, but it was rare and it was tasted completely different than regular steak, and it was superb. So, kind of, well, I guess it's sad that he has that phobia, because I think he's missing out on a lot of good cuisines by only eating overcooked food.
I do not, for any reason, I do not eat it.
You should.
At all.
It's delicious.
So,
no, you can eat whatever you want. I'm just saying he's missing out.
I like to make sure everything's cooked. And I always overcook. I never undercook. That's just how it is. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure this is still hot.
His stupid camera keeps autofocusing stupidly. Look at that. It's terrible.
Anyway,
and it fucking makes it annoying to watch. It's not his fault. Stupid thing.
You guys will see what it's like.
Because that shit used to happen to me too with cameras I used to have.
Yeah, it's fucking burnt. Okay, big surprise. Burnt the fucking pizza again. Okay, so basically after you get done with that, you just take this top off, and it works itself out with the heat over there. And then you need an oven mitt, and we'll use this one right here, and we put it on. You don't want to leave it on like the base of the oven, because then you put it on this. And let's take a look at this fucking pizza right here. This is what you call a fucking pizza.
Oh!
So this gentleman right here was, fuck.
Asmongold, you're killing me. I'm Italian, dude. You're killing me. Oh. Oh, it's like someone just put a stake through my heart. Not only is it cardboard pizza, he overcooked it to the point where it's completely burnt on the edge. Oh, man. You know he ate that, right? He had to. He ate it, right? He totally did. Oh, no. It looks so bad.
Thanks a lot for watching. See y'all later. Peace.
And he probably ate it on stream. All right, well, thanks for watching DSP versus the internet. Yikes. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. I hope that you guys enjoyed so far. I'll see you in the next part. All right.